What's up, guys? I'm very excited today to wake up at 4 a.m., drove 300 kilometers, and I'm right here in the middle of Portugal to meet Julien and Roos from Fliteboard. They're organizing here the First Efoil Race. Very exciting stuff, and I'm very proud that Portugal will host the First Efoil Race. Tell me more about the concept.
So we're in Monsaraz, and this is the flight race concept. Basically, we're here to test the waters and see how this concept can grow and expand and get bigger, and we want to be at the forefront. Fliteboard's always been at the forefront of design and technology into the boards. Now we're taking the range we have of Fliteboard and we're putting it to the test.
Yeah, we've been having the race wings for a while and people are talking of the race, but this is gonna be actual first official race. Tell me, Roos, what will be the rules, just in short?
Of course, safety is very important in racing, so we've set out a precise track with buoys, and we'll have races going one by one, and we're tracking their times, and the races have parts where they're showing their capabilities in maneuvering the board, making turns, and it's also a little bit about speed, but not so much. We don't want, we don't have the straight lines going as fast as possible. It's more about showing that you can make the quick moves and turns around the course.
Yeah, the controlled acceleration and deceleration into a turn.
Exactly.
And then each rider has their own experience on a board, and that's going to balance with all the wings they've tried and they haven't tried. So there's a lot of trials today, and we worked these trials today to get to the finals tomorrow and see all the feedback we get. We then grow this concept into a reality that will, you guys will see on video.
Yeah.
It sounds very exciting.
Yeah, and then we hope to share the information with our partners that have flight schools, for example, so that they can also locally start organizing flight races around the world, because that will be amazing, to grow the sport and bring it to the next level.
Perfect. And we got dozens of boards here, and of course we got Ultra. Everybody was asking about Ultra, and we got it here today. It was really hard to get.
Yeah, so we have the Fliteboard Ultra here. It's a very rare piece, but we are producing so many boards a week now. The Ultra is a good test on the water. It's maybe not for everybody. Some people prefer the Pro over the Ultra. With the shorter board and the less volume, you have less swing weight to actually turn a little quicker and be more agile on the water.
So the goal of the race is to test you in 3 different categories. First, you have to show control, how you do 360 turn. Then we are going full speed right here around the buoys. And finally, you have to demonstrate your control and carving abilities going around the buoys.
Yeah, it's a race with a single person, single rider at a time. So I was actually timing the races. I was sitting at the same point for the last 2 days and timing everybody. And yeah, safety was really important for us, so we decided to do it that way. Of course, maybe it would be a little bit more exciting with 2 people at the same time racing each other, but we decided to do it that way. And it was actually really fun to watch, especially when you see people improve in a couple of days, get better times. It was really fun. And the falls were fun as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was basically the best of 2 laps. Each of us got the chance to have a training lap, and then we got full power, and the best of 2 laps gets on the time.
There are the times, the results. Yes, you can see Tom Hart got the first place with 1 minute 45 seconds, which was incredible to see. I'm sure you got some footage, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And then it's Bernd, our German partner that has a school in Marbella, and Pedro, the local guy. So they're super happy and stoked to be here and get good results for sure.
Perfect. Here we got Tom Cott. He's a professional athlete. Tell me, you're probably the fastest rider out there. What's your trick?
Well, I think this is a really interesting event, and it's something that interests me a lot with foils and with Fliteboard. It's going fast with them, and this event just gives you the opportunity to try all the different wings and tune the equipment to get the most out of the boards. And I think that's the real trick.
And you've been doing different action sports. What's the closest feeling of Fliteboard race to another sport?
Yeah, so I kite surf and kite foil and wing foil and surf foil. So I use hydrofoils to do a lot of different sports. I think the closest thing, I mean, Fliteboard is a great way to learn to foil, and I think it's very similar to all of the other foiling sports, but it's just the easiest one to do when there's no wind, when there's no waves, and you've got a flat course like this. It's probably one of the better ways of getting the most out of a foil, I think.
Yeah, and you showed a lot of speed, but also great control on carving and turns. And what's your setup are you using in your board?
So the setup that I've got at the moment, I've got the version 2 Pro board with I was using the race wing, which is a really high aspect wing. This gives you the ability to go the fastest in a straight line and get the best top speeds out of the board, but makes it a little harder for the turns, and a bit, on the technical areas of the course it's a bit more difficult. But with the background in other foiling sports, I think that's where my advantage lies.
And do you use any specific shim and any specific speed on the controller?
Definitely, like the rear wing shims make a big difference to the lift of the board and the ability to be stable at speed. So I'm using the 0 shim on the back, and I'm actually looking into using some negative shims to get more speed out of the board, because you've got the propulsion of the propeller to think about as well. So it's an interesting dynamic there. Okay, so right now I am going to change from the Flow 900 wing setup to the race setup. So the main difference between these wings is the aspect ratio and how they're designed to work at different speeds. This wing is designed for like really hard turns and sort of maneuverabilities if you're in the waves, or you really want to be doing like lots of hard carves. Whereas if you really like speed, what you're looking for is the race wing setup, which is a much higher aspect wing designed to be going fast in a straight line. So I've tested the course on this wing. I'm going to move back to the race setup because I feel much more comfortable at high speeds in a straight line on that wing, and I feel that this one's almost too turny to really hold at speed. So I'm going to try and beat my top speeds now, and going to change these 2 wings over. So this is all part of what this event's about, I think, is getting the right equipment for the case and testing out all the different wing types that Fliteboard offer. You've got the back wings. You've got 2 different wings between the front and the back wings. The back wings make a big difference as well as the front wings. And also, if you look here, you've got what are called shims in the back wing, and these shims adjust the angle of your back wing, which allow you to have more or less lift in the wings that you're using, which dictate differences in speed, friction, and like depending on your weight and what you want to do with the wing, you might choose some different shims for performance. But I'm going a 0 shim and the fastest wing I can put on there, and try and beat my 150 time around the course.
Here we got all the boards, the standard, the pro, and finally the best toy of the day, your favorite baby, Fliteboard Ultra. Tell me, Pedro, what's the difference? How was it for you to stay on this board?
Yes, this is my new passion, is the Ultra board. A big volume here on the middle section of the board. You can sit more in the water because you'll see here the board is a little bit wider. So it's very easy to take off on it, and it's a very fun board. It's very easy to use.
And which wing are you going to use here?
This wing, now it's mounted. It's the Flow 1100. It's good for waves. It's good for carving. Now I think it's the best all-around wing for the flight boards.
And are you going to install the foot straps?
Yeah, for sure. I'm waiting because they didn't arrive with the board, but I think I'm going to get them next week. Trying to find the sweet spot of the board to mount it on the right place, because you can change the position of the foot straps.
Let's compare Fliteboard Pro against Ultra. A lot of people are asking which board to pick. What's your opinion?
Well, for me, now my favorite, it's the Fliteboard Ultra. Okay, I'm a good rider.
Just say it. Come on, you're a pro rider.
I ride almost every day, like most of the times twice a day. So for me, and I want to get the smallest board to surf. For me, the best option for me, it's the Ultra. It's a 4.2, so now it's the smallest efoil in the world. It's very compact, very light. I really like this board. This is the Fliteboard Pro. It's a 5.0. I think it's more easy for the normal rider because it has more volume, and it's an all-around board. Okay, for the people that have a little experience, for sure this is the board to go.
I think it's very important to say that if you've never foiled, first take a lesson and see which board works for you. Don't just buy Ultra right away and expect that it's going to be easy and you're going to be riding like Pedro instantly.
Yes, it's not an easy board. It's not an easy board to ride. It's not an easy board, especially to take off, because it's so small that you have to have some experience to take off on it. Otherwise, the flight board, it's much more easier to take off.
Exactly. You can see analogy with real surfing. When you're learning, you're going to have a big, soft, long board. You're not going to jump on the short board that Kelly Slater is using.
Of
so
course.
Same with here. Just take it easy, step by step, and then you're going to progress very quickly to Ultra. Maybe about a few months of using Pro, you'll be able to upgrade to Ultra, and they are very interchangeable. So you can put the same flight box from one board to another, so you don't need to buy whole thing all over again. It's same battery, same flight board, same wings, same everything basically.
Yes, it's a good thing that Flite has is that it's very modular, so you can just change the board, the mast, or the wings.
Exactly. So I hope it's been helpful for you. Let's keep on riding.
Yeah. Thank you everyone, and Mike, let's go to the water.
And here we got really interesting new stuff. This is the solar boat. This is the first time I actually see this exists. Tell me, Mark, how it works.
Well, this is our solar boat from our own team, Spectrum Solar team. It works with 12 solar panels, and it has a small battery. It's a kind of buffer, and a electric engine, about 10 kilowatts at maximum.
Is it 100% solar?
Yes, it is. Yes, it
so
is.
You don't need
Yeah.
to charge anything
Yeah.
from outlets?
No.
Wow. And how long it takes to get it going, to charge it?
I think with this weather, about 2 hours. 2 hours of charging, and then about an hour of sailing.
Wow.
With 15 kilometers an hour.
But the best part, it's actually hydrofoil as well.
No, not this one. Not this one.
Okay.
But we want to do it, I think, next year or in 2 years. Then we want to be on hydrofoils. Yeah.
And we also have here several solar boats. It's going to be the race? Tell me more.
Yeah. Tomorrow we have another race, the match race. So it's 1 against 1, and the sprint race.
Wow.
That's tomorrow. Yeah.
This is amazing stuff.
Yeah.
This is the first time I actually see this. So
Nice.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
So, how was your race, guys? Well done today.
Yeah, what a day. Awesome first day of qualifying today. Got some good speeds. Got up to 53.7 kilometers an hour today, so it's pretty stoked on that.
Yeah, it was an amazing race. Well done, guys.
It was really good. I'm really happy with everybody. I'm really happy with everybody on the track. Everybody learned the track today.
And we learned a lot about the new wings as well.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's testing wings, and after one session, like, oh, I like this one. Oh no, what's this one? I want to try this one. Everybody is getting hooked on trying everything, and that's actually one of the best things about this event, I think.
So, Tom, what's your best wing today?
Yeah, I think I got to compliment my equipment versus the actual skill level of what I was doing. But I think the race setup wing, the race wing, the race tail wing definitely has the advantage over everything else in terms of speed. Maybe not in turning, but for sure in speed.
All right.
And you guys had the best freeride session though, I think.
Yeah, it was very fun. Yeah, actually I was taking times today, and I noticed really that the Pro board is actually so much faster than the standard, because one of the riders actually started with the standard and he literally improved a minute by taking the Pro, and it was amazing. Like, it was amazing to watch how Fliteboard can also last for so long. Yeah, like we could keep switching and it was still working perfectly, and everybody did so well. Yeah, I loved it.
All day on one battery, as they say.
All right. Good luck in the finals. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers, Mike.
Here we got our winner, Tom. Well done. That was epic race.
Yeah, that was really good fun.
Your final words.
Final words. Well, it was a really good race in the end. I mean, this is the first race of its kind, and I think, you know, there's a good future for efoil racing, and it's really interesting to see how everyone got on and see what difference the different wings made, and yeah, stoked, can be happier.
All right, let's hope it becomes like an annual event.
Yeah, definitely. See you next year.
Cheers. Okay. Enough applause. Calm down, guys. So all in all, it was an amazing race. Well done, Julien, and your Fliteboard team organizing this cup. You did really a great job. You guys cannot believe how much effort goes into producing an event like this, especially during COVID times. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been a pretty difficult experience to get here, but then everything came together and we had such a great time, a lot of fun. Everybody got their lap, everybody got to do a new lap. There were some crashes, there was some great experiences where people we didn't expect were going to do well did 10 times better than ever before.
And for guys wondering why there are no other brands presenting in such events, but you need to understand that this is a business, guys. So the guys put in a lot of effort, a lot of money in organizing events like this.
Yeah. So it's not that we're not open to compete against other brands, which we really are. We can't wait until we can have an efoil event and compete against all other brands, Lift, Takuma, Waydo, and anybody else who comes into the scene. And wants to develop their brand and develop their range and compete against us. We're ready for you. This event was mostly about testing our proof of concept and just working with one of our new partners and trying to push that. Everybody, you know, all the other brands out there, you're welcome to race with us and race against us, and hopefully we can work together in the future and knock another event like this out. It would be great.
So this is just a start, and I'm very excited that it finally happened. It's great for industry and great for all brands, and it's perfect to make this annual event. Let's do it.
Exactly. So one last thing, if you want to register for the next flight race, get yourself first a Fliteboard, get yourself an efoil. If you don't have a board, you're never going to compete. You just have to be training and getting out on the water, getting your time in, and expanding your range. If you only have one wing, it's not enough. Get another one and change your wings up, change your experience.
All right. Thank you again for organizing it in Portugal. It means a lot for this country as well.
It really does. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, and we'll see you next year.
See you next year.
Okay. Thank you for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.